The Marines are testing a new robo-dog that could follow voice command.
It's got the ability to carry anti-armor rocket launchers and do all kinds of stuff to support troops as they go into battle.
What happens when you strap a rocket launcher to an off-the-shelf robot dog? You'll get the future of warfare. The United States Marine Corps recently tested a mechanical wonder that's screaming to be looked into. It could change how battles are fought, how wars can be won, and everything we know about field weapons. But is it really what it seems? Let's find out together.
It's only a matter of time before robots take over the world, right? Well, it looks like that day may be a little bit closer than we thought.
Developed by a Chinese private tech industry, this voice-activated robot dog was recently tested by the USMC at the Marine Corps Air-Ground Combat Center at 29 Palms, California. In clips released to the public, some of its perks, like load-carrying capabilities, maneuvering, and mobility, were demonstrated. Additionally, the Chinese-made Unitree Go-1 quadrupedal system also fired a M72 light anti-tank weapon from its back. For now, though, we're not sure if the robot will be able to handle fully autonomous or semi-autonomous operations. Judging by the footage, a Marine operated Go-1 through a console to display its stationary and movement capabilities in navigating obstacles and uneven terrain while maintaining control and balance. Moving on to the part where the robot fires the light anti-tank weapon from its back. It does this from a static, fixed position with sandbags on either side for safety. The reload seems to be quite simple as well. In the footage, a Marine removed the launcher from the mount, indicating how reloads could be implemented on the field.
This robot, it has capabilities where you can attach anything that the user needs to it.
While the system is not yet fully developed to handle the technological and logistical challenges that come into play for the military on a physically demanding battlefield, this innovative approach provides advantages by relieving some of the infantrymen's burdens, starting with the fact that it offers relief in tasks that cannot be completed, owing to the limits of human endurance. Secondly, the robot could prove to be quite helpful in situations that demand tactical firing while moving through difficult terrain. With well-practiced procedures for remote operation and tactics, it can fulfill various infantry roles where high casualties are inevitable yet necessary, including advancing towards enemy fortifications while engaging in gunfire, securing a designated area to prevent enemy access, while sustaining fire and executing the difficult task of launching rockets at enemy armor while dismounted from armored carriers. A retired brigadier rank officer, who was formerly an instructor at the Indian Army's Counterinsurgency and Jungle Warfare School, shared with Eurasian Times that although dedicated unmanned combat ground vehicles could present some technological challenges, they could also have simple yet effective advantages, especially when it comes to fire accuracy in intense combat scenarios. He also mentioned that while the robots tested by the USMC were tailored for civilian leisure, those that the military would primarily use have additional perks like robust gun-stabilizing mounts that will be capable enough to hit all targets in only a few rounds, saving ammunition, time, and energy. Additionally, we also expect the robots used by the military to be more rugged. While the civilian version doesn't look bad at all, it may need to be more durable. The military usually operates in varying difficult terrains like mountains, hills, jungles, and even deserts, where some land features will be difficult to navigate due to the environment. Improvements will need to be made in this area. However, from a neutral standpoint, there are a lot of benefits to take home. In urban warfare, where the environment usually favors the defender, this relatively small machine will be able to maneuver through confined spaces, collapsed buildings, and debris. This will give the Army significant advantages, even if it is a non-weaponized, surveillance-focused robot. While the use of robots is a welcome addition to the U.S. Marines, they're not exactly the pioneers of these amazing machines. Months before the USMC made its tests, China had already tested several of its bionic robots based on the videos released on its state-run media. Chinese soldiers, as seen in the footage we're about to show you from China Central Television, CCTV, were training with small tracked and bionic dog robots in an urban warfare training area. Not to mention the fact that the robotic dog also led the team during a building breach, showcasing its role as a scout. The Chinese robot, which was dubbed Bloodwing, was also observed being deployed as a drop package via a heavy-lift multi-rotor UAV on a building's rooftop. Following the UAV's departure, the robotic dog unfolds from its compact position and maneuvers while equipped with a light machine gun. Driven by rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, weapon systems capable of autonomously identifying, targeting, and deciding to engage human targets without direct officer oversight or manual soldier intervention are rapidly reshaping the landscape of future conflicts. formerly referred to as Lethal Autonomous Weapons Systems, LAWS. These entities have earned the moniker killer robots from their critics. Numerous nations, including the United States, China, the United Kingdom, India, Iran, Israel, South Korea, Russia, and Turkey, have dedicated substantial resources to the development of such weapons in recent times. According to a United Nations report, the advent of this new era was signaled by Turkish-made Kargu-2 drones operating in fully automatic mode. These drones reportedly carried out attacks on combatants in Libya in 2020, amidst the ongoing conflict in the region. In the conflict in Ukraine, autonomous drones played a vital role, with both Moscow and Kyiv utilizing these unmanned weapons to target enemy soldiers and infrastructure.
Drones must get very close to a target and remain undetectable.
That said, the emergence and deployment of these advanced killer machines have been sparking intense debates among experts, activists, and diplomats worldwide who are concerned that the risk of using robots in warfare outweighs the potential benefits.
These are well-founded ideas and fears of the AI space that have been represented in Hollywood, and they're now something we're grappling with in real time.
Let's consider a situation where two groups use only robotic soldiers on the battlefield. The outcome would inevitably depend on the robots. While that may be a bit scary, let's consider the pros and cons of using robots on the battlefield. First and foremost, robots are not humans. They don't carry the burden of self-preservation concerns during tasks, leading to effortless sacrificial decisions that a human may not necessarily be willing to make. Also, thanks to their superior technological capabilities, they can handle tasks with enhanced efficiency, accuracy, and speed, providing a significant advantage over human soldiers. And let's not forget that robots don't have emotions, leading to unbiased decisions under stress. Plus, they're fast thinkers. They can process and analyze vast amounts of information in a fraction of a second, saving a lot of time. Coupled with the fact that they're immune to biological and chemical weapons, can you see why they can be invaluable in wars? Well, not quite. There is always a flip side. Given that there is no clear-cut law or regulation showing who will be blamed if things go wrong, what would we do when a robot makes an unethical action, or worse, a war crime? Autonomy can be a double-edged sword. Robots with AI capabilities may even ignore the orders and directives given to them by humans. For now, robots aren't smart enough to properly differentiate their targets with a 100% success rate. Not even the most sophisticated artificial intelligence today is capable of doing so. In some cases, they may misplace a target with an innocent civilian and harm the latter. Finally, we live in wild times. There are so many militant groups and terrorists that are just waiting for these cutting-edge robots to burst onto the scene just so they can reverse engineer the technology, making it tick and wreak havoc on innocent lives. With all that has been said and done, should we really be using robots in combat? Looking at the arguments and counter-arguments, it's safe to say we're still in a gray area. While they will undoubtedly reduce human casualties on the battlefield while executing their role to perfection, we still have to be patient with it and ensure the technology reaches a mature level where its artificial intelligence will be potent enough to be autonomous without any drawbacks. But with an extra caveat, we need to ensure we're in full control of them, no matter how smart and autonomous they get. Failure to do so could lead to fatal, unforeseen drawbacks. But what do you think about the current state of affairs? Should we be using robots after all? Finally, how excited are you about the recently tested robot dog by the USMC? Let us know in the comments section below.